Hey, Tony.
Magical Mondays.
Oh, yeah. Exciting.
It
This
is.
is our favorite lately.
Yeah, I love it. I love Flirty Fridays, but I really love Magical Mondays. I just talk magic all the time. Ready?
Let's do it.
That's the lamest spin ever.
Ah,
Show, probably not. 34.
what is it?
34.
34, hey? Well, that is magical responsibility. Your words, your energy.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of a cool topic. I'm glad we threw that in there.
All right, that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Like it.
I can't hear you, so I'm just going to plug this in. Give me
Oh.
2 seconds, everybody.
Turn my volumes up because I'm hoping everyone else can hear me. Any better?
Yeah, it's my, you know what it is it's my setup, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're good.
We're good. Okay, magical responsibility.
Yeah.
We should have our shaman here as a guest, huh?
We could, we could revisit some of this with people.
Mm-hmm. Magical responsibility. What do you think when you hear that?
I think like the topic of kind of like do you have a responsibility in dabbling with magic, right? And in utilizing that the gift of magic, right? Do you have a responsibility to your surroundings, to people, to situations? I don't know. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think even if we're not talking like that you're a witch, because we aren't, right? But you know that we work with magic and there's a certain expression of it. And then I think we are, we've talked about this, about being true with your words, because everything you, especially once you start to learn more and you honor that and you say you're stepping into it, then everything you say is almost spelling something. So are you being responsible with what you're speaking even?
I think that's huge. I think that's kind of what we were getting at when we
Uh-huh.
made that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's almost like another way you could put it is magical consciousness, right?
Yes.
Being
Yes.
conscious of your what you create.
No, I absolutely agree. We could, because you know us, any topic we could take it in 27 directions.
Yeah.
Because we're not on here for any of you like to start talking about the rules of a coven or anything like that. Like that's not who we are, right? So it's not this rule book. It's this, how responsible are you for your own magic? How responsible are you with your own magic?
Yeah. And
Like
it's important stuff, right?
it's super important stuff, right down to the level of if I'm trying to manifest something in my life and all I ever spell out of my mouth is negativity and rare, I don't know that that's very responsible with my own magic.
Well, and that's that's an interesting topic because I think that we know people in that realm who kind of do hang out in the negative. I've worked with people like that. I've socialized with people like that who are magical, spiritual, even witchy type people that kind of, and fuck, I've been guilty of that myself, so I can't say anything, but it's like definitely like if you're kind of like in the zone of creating magically, energetically, manifesting, then directing your energy in a negative way, it's like, what are you putting out there, right?
What are you? And then how much are we in habit to not actually want to manifest then if we don't speak it?
That's
And I'm
amazing.
not saying we don't wish well for ourselves, but I don't know. I think there's a responsibility. If there's an outcome you're looking for, no matter what that is, isn't there a responsibility to get yourself there if you're using magic in full form? We've talked about this a lot, right?
We have, and I think we could even almost take it as in less of like a lecturing people on it, and more just like a curiosity about
Huh.
like a personal responsibility, a personal curiosity of what it is that you're putting out there and creating for yourself, right?
Exactly. And then how you're energetically with other people, like having worked with Garland, right? And the more, to me, it's like, even if you're not becoming a shaman or a witch, I'm becoming more in tune with my own person and my own personal power. So I think my words also, like if I'm in a grocery store, if I'm in traffic, or don't, I'm not lecturing any of you, I know we all get frustrated in traffic, but just or like if I'm frustrated with someone in my life and I want our relationship to go better, what words am I speaking into that?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I going back into the habit of not magic making it also? Oh, I really, really, really want my relationship to work, but then all you're talking about is the negativity and all, and the woe is me, and the maybe it won't. It's like going, it's like, really watch your words.
Yeah, watch your words, watch your thoughts too, right? Because that's where it starts. Because you know how people are. I mean, we all do this. I try and curb it because I'm more aware of it. I'm sure you do as well. It's it starts in the mind. So you think one thing, you say another thing sometimes too. But like words and
Yeah.
thoughts are kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, and if you guys are listening, I can hear people saying, I can't control them. I love the Abraham Hicks thing. Like, you know what? You have that 16 seconds to go, yeah, no, that's not where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, redirect. That's our thing.
Redirect.
You know, I was having a really interesting conversation with a friend of mine a little bit ago about redirecting. And this totally falls in line with this, in my opinion, is this person is also somewhat jealous of, so we were kind of sharing about that, our struggles with that. And I said, she's like, how do you deal with this? And I'm like, well, you know, a really good thing to do, it takes practice though, is when those thoughts come up, you know, when you have something that triggers whatever it is, we're just talking about jealousy here, but it could be anything. Is when they come up, you grab them and you redirect them to what it is that you want to feel. And so the reason why I'm bringing that up here is because it's the same thing with if you're trying to create something magical, right? Like, or trying to create something, manifest something.
Mm-hmm.
If you doubt is one thing that creeps in when people try and manifest something for themselves for whatever reason, like finances, love, whatever it is, health,
Oh
everything
yeah,
under the sun.
doubt's huge.
People doubt themselves because of where they're at currently, right?
Yeah.
And so I find that those thoughts are very quick and easy to manifest in your mind. So it's a matter of like being able to grab that, know that that's what's happening, and then redirect it, right? To what it is that you want.
100%. I totally agree. It's, are you going to get in bed and pull the sheets over your head, or are you going to say, well, that was an interesting thought, no thank you, and move on? And I agree with you. We've both, like, we've been in both spots, right? But you know how powerful we feel when you actually take control of your own magic.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's exciting because I think at first people like that victim shit where it's like, I'm not rich because the world is against me, you know? And it's like, I get it. It's just too easy to go there though. So when you start doing this and when you start taking responsibility for what you're putting out there, you start to become more in power. You start to own it. You start to take control, and then you start to realize how much you truly create
You
from
do,
here.
don't you find relationships change? Like, obviously, you want them to change, but when you're responsible with your magic and calling in and shifting your own words, and so I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there, I want them to shift for, and then you notice the shift becomes in the relationship because you changed your energy.
You change your own energy for it. You can't change their energy, right?
Can't change their, I can affect it, but if they're just butting up to my fear and my unworthiness and my all of that, that's not going to make it very, and already that's going to be like friction, right? As opposed to they're just butting up to your light.
Totally. Totally.
I think we both have lots of examples of that.
We do, yeah. It's a
Mhm.
matter of the responsibility in that case, and in any case, starts with you
Yes.
as an individual.
And if you're listening to this and you are delving though into, because someone might be like, oh, how about like witchy spells and all that, you also have a responsibility not to just grab a spell because you want to hook someone in or love spell them in or hate spell them out, or that's not responsible magic to me. You shift your
Absolutely.
own stuff.
That's a really good point.
Lots of people have different opinions on that. I'm sure there's a million witches that have written books and stuff, and we're not in that realm. But my personal opinion is that no, you have responsibility for yourself. Love spells with the energy shifting, that's different. Or can we soften each other's heart? But I want to put a spell on you. That's not the real person. Or I want to let's work with the energies, right?
I know, because here's the thing, I definitely play around with spell work. And
Yes.
there's something though, like if you tell people that, they get like freaked the fuck out because they're like, oh, well, what have you done to me? Right? It's like, absolutely not. That's not how we roll. What happens here is the way that I do it is like what you were saying, is if you like put a spell on somebody, my feeling and your feeling also is that you may like alter them to do what you're wanting them to, but how does that play out in the future? Because they're their own person, right? And it's like, so whenever I've done like energy work or spell of any kind, it's hard for me to even call it a spell because it's like I just create magic, right?
Yeah.
But
magic.
I always incorporate, if it involves another person or someone in general or people, I always say, if it is within them to feel this way, then let's bring it out a little bit more, because then it allows for it. Because if you're trying to put a love spell on somebody, which I've never done, by the way, but if you are trying to do that, you're asking for somebody specific to fall in love with you, and they don't have it within them, and you're doing actual magic against that, I feel like you're fucking with things a little bit. Right?
And they have free will anyways, so it probably wouldn't last. And it's just all messy. I don't know. I guess we're just saying be responsible with your magical you. It's just, I don't know, take responsibility of your own magic. It's big. Not that other people can't help and step in and do things for you, but if you don't take responsibility, then it's bad both ways. You're either victim-y or you're trying to manipulate.
That's right. And if you want the best for yourself, and others, then you're gonna want to, like, it's gonna excite you to take the responsible approach.
I agree. And the other responsibility in magic is make some. Don't just sit back and be a victim. Make some magic, and don't work. It's been an interesting year. I've definitely had my sit back and be a victim moments, but once you practice it, don't you find you bounce back a lot quicker, right? And it's it's like, okay, no, it's magic making time.
It is. It's, I don't know about you, but do you feel like it empowers you fully? Like, I feel so empowered whenever I just like own that creative spirit within me.
Yes, and I still get giggly when things happen, even though I know, of course they will, even when you're doing a tarot read or something like that and it works out, or you just magically create a great day for yourself. It's not that I don't believe in the magic, but it still makes me giggle that it happens.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
All right. Be responsible. Hey, I think we made it on about the right time this time.
I know we keep going later than we want to.
We do. All right. Be responsible with your magic, people.
Yeah, be responsible, because it's fucking awesome. It's way more fun that way, in our opinion.
Exactly.
Yes.
Actually, I want to stop recording.
Come work with us at our linktree.com site, www.linktr.ee/redlipstickbabes. Can't wait to see you there.